In the latest development shaking South Korea's entertainment industry, a senior HYBE label's producer has been confirmed to have resigned from the BTS project. This decision comes amid signs of a major shift in the musical direction and careers of BTS members, especially Kim Taehyung V, who is reportedly pursuing a more independent path, and Jungkook, who has surprisingly returned to the public eye after previously stepping back amid agency turmoil. This event marks a transformation in the structure and creative dynamics within the team that has long formed the foundation of BTS's success. The producer, whose identity has not been disclosed to the public for professional reasons, had worked with the group since the Most Beautiful Moment in Life era and was considered one of the sonic architects of BTS's signature style. Their departure is said to be a personal decision, but various internal sources claim the real reason was differences in vision regarding the future direction of BTS's post-military service projects. Sources close to the internal environment revealed that the producer's resignation was triggered by disagreements over the upcoming album's material. The producer reportedly rejected pressure from management to shift BTS's music towards a more commercial and globally neutral direction, contrary to the group's original vision rich in social messages and emotional resonance. The producer's exit appears to have had a direct impact on the actions of BTS members, especially Kim Taehyung. The same source stated that V has been considering a more experimental and personal solo project, beyond the mainstream format long shaped by HYBE. Taehyung is very affected by this creative dynamic. He wants to express himself in a freer way, not bound by preset formats, said an unnamed entertainment industry insider. V's new direction is evident in a series of mysterious collaborations he has recently undertaken, including meetings with independent artists and producers from Japan and Eastern Europe. There has been no official confirmation about this new project, but several signals have been shared through his social media posts, reflecting an artistic tone very different from BTS's usual image. Amid this shift, the public was stunned by Jungkook's return to the entertainment stage, after previously being rumored to withdraw due to internal conflict and emotional pressure. Jungkook's appearance at a practice studio in Seoul was captured by local media and quickly went viral. The return of the Golden Magne was met with widespread speculation. Is he back for a BTS project, a solo endeavor, or even a new role that has never been publicly revealed? Some industry analysts view Jungkook's return as a sign of internal reconciliation and restructuring underway at HYBE. This may be part of a reconciliation effort. Jungkook wouldn't return if he wasn't sure about the new direction being offered, said Park Minwoo, a K-pop industry observer from the Korean Culture Research Center. HYBE has yet to provide detailed comments regarding all this internal movement. However, they did release a brief statement saying that internal restructuring and creative team refreshment are underway to support full artistic expression from each member. Nevertheless, the public considers the statement too normative and does not address the core questions. Why did the main BTS producer leave, and what are the next steps for the members? What's interesting is the growing speculation pointing to a possible new phase of BTS where members are no longer entirely managed by the same creative team. Many have begun to imagine a more flexible and decentralized group model, where each member can move independently while still emotionally and collectively connected. This model has never been fully implemented in the highly structured world of K-pop. Is this the beginning of a complete reform in how major K-pop groups operate? Does Jungkook's return and V's decision to pursue a new direction indicate greater artistic freedom granted by HYBE? Or is it the opposite, that internal conflict continues and the members are now seeking their own paths due to a lack of trust in the old system? Regardless of the speculation, one thing is certain: BTS's landscape is changing. It's no longer just about comebacks and sales figures, but now touches on the fundamentals of personal expression, artistic identity, and the relationship between agency and artist. HYBE faces a major challenge to maintain trust, not only from the public but from their own artists. This situation becomes even more crucial as it unfolds during a critical time: the return of all BTS members from military service and the global anticipation of a new BTS era. that has long been awaited. Will that era begin with the members reuniting as before? Or will it begin with differences openly acknowledged as part of their growth as artists? We don't yet have all the answers. But one undeniable fact is that this movement, from the producer's exit, V's new direction, to Jungkook's return, marks a new phase in BTS's journey that is more mature, more personal, and perhaps more unpredictable than ever before. Although the previous article described various dramatic possibilities regarding BTS's internal dynamics, the departure of a HYBE producer, Kim Taehyung's V, independent steps, and Jungkook's sudden return to the entertainment scene, reality as it stands does not yet show strong and factual evidence that confirms all of those claims. Many assumptions that are widely circulated on social media and among fan communities stem from interpretations of public gestures, social media posts, or narratives from third parties that have not been officially verified. Firstly, regarding the issue of the departure of HYBE's main producer, who is said to have shaped BTS's sonic identity since their early era, there is currently no official release from HYBE or any direct statement from the individual in question. There is no evidence of professional documentation, organizational restructuring, or internal announcements made public to the media. In an entertainment industry as large as K-pop, especially involving a publicly traded company like HYBE, the departure of a key producer is almost always followed by an official announcement due to its impact on the company's overall strategy. The absence of such official information further weakens the validity of this claim. Secondly, the narrative that Kim Taehyung V is pursuing a career path entirely detached from HYBE's influence also lacks strong basis in the form of an official statement. To date, all of Taehyung's activities, including creative collaborations and solo music projects, remain under the supervision and management of Bighit Music, a sublabel under HYBE labels. No official report, either from credible South Korean media or international sources, states that V has left or severed his professional relationship with HYBE. On the contrary, in several previous interviews, V affirmed that he still has many plans under BTS and HYBE's direction after completing his military service. Thirdly, the notion that Jungkook suddenly returned after previously withdrawing also needs to be re-examined rationally and objectively. There has been no statement or announcement from Jungkook, management, or reputable media stating that he officially took a hiatus from the entertainment world due to internal conflict. Jungkook's absence from various public events for a while is more logically explained as part of a rest period or a transition before new projects. In the post-military context, an adaptation period is very normal for artists of BTS's caliber who face high global expectations. His presence in a recording studio is not direct evidence that he is returning from resignation, because there was never a statement that he had stopped or withdrawn from his musical activities. His reappearance is more accurately interpreted as part of preparation for a group comeback or the next music activity, a pattern that has occurred many times before. Therefore, there is no factual basis to conclude that Jungkook withdrew due to pressure or internal conflict with HYBE. Fourthly, all narratives about internal tensions, creative direction splits, and major restructuring within HYBE have also not been officially confirmed. There has been no public announcement from HYBE shareholders, changes in board structure, or financial or operational releases indicating a crisis or serious conflict directly involving BTS. Considering HYBE is a publicly traded company on the Korean Stock Exchange, any major changes, especially those affecting the image of their biggest group like BTS, must be disclosed to the public as part of corporate transparency. The lack of such information further undermines the credibility of the claims in the previous article. Fifthly, the influence of social media in shaping dramatic and emotional narratives about BTS cannot be ignored. In this case, many fans and online communities take ambiguous statements or personal uploads from members and turn them into large assumptions with no solid foundation. Examples such as interpreting Jungkook's quotes or Taehyung's visuals meeting foreign artists should not be used as the main basis for building conclusions about group division or internal conflict. Without direct clarification from those involved, such interpretations reflect more public expectations or concerns than actual facts. Sixthly, the narrative that BTS members are starting to distance themselves from the group format and seeking individual paths needs to be framed appropriately. It is true that in recent years, members have carried out various solo projects, but this is not an indication of division, rather a form of creative diversification that has long been planned as part of BTS's long-term strategy. In several instances, HYBE itself has stated that these individual projects are part of artistic growth, not separation from the group. In modern entertainment, the development of solo projects is actually seen as strengthening the main brand, not the other way around. Seventhly, there has been no announcement of contract structure changes between BTS and HYBE that indicate division or individual contract termination. BTS's contract extension with HYBE was announced last year with a term extended to 2034. It is unlikely that shortly after that, there would be a sudden resignation or contract termination, without legal procedures and official announcements. With such a strict industry structure, all forms of artist status changes are always legally documented and made public. By considering all these aspects, it can be concluded that, to date, there is no strong evidence showing that HYBE's main producer has officially departed from the BTS project. No credible facts indicate that Kim Taehyung has left BTS's structure or refused to be involved in group projects. There is no valid information regarding Jungkook's decision to resign from entertainment activities or internal conflict with his agency. There have been no official reports from HYBE, Korean national media, or authorities confirming any structural or creative direction split within BTS. All information circulating thus far is more speculative and amplified by social media and cannot be considered verified truth. To end conclusion, it is crucial for the public, fans, and media to remain critical and not spread unconfirmed information. In today's digital era, the speed of news dissemination is not always in line with the accuracy of the information. When it involves big names like BTS, incorrect conclusions can affect reputations, professional relationships, and even the emotional well-being of the artists themselves. Let's wait for official clarification from the relevant parties and maintain a space for healthy, fact-based discussion. Because until now, news about HYBE producer's departure, the BTS taking a new independent path, and Jungkook's return as an act of protest cannot be proven true and should not be considered as fact.